Night and day, comparing Devin Booker's performances between games 3 and 4. You can see 4, he went off for 42 points. Only had 1 rebound and 2 assists, but the 42 points is pretty hefty as we welcome you back inside our studios. Welcome back to Film Room, presented by YouTube TV. I'm Stephanie Reddy, Earl Watson, Sam Mitchell alongside. Earl Watson, we're going to start with you this time because we want you to break down what Book is doing.
It's a couple of things to unpack, Stephanie, and Coach Mitch. He once
Earl,
told
how do you score 42 points and not make a 3?
Because he always said this. He said this before, and he said this all the time. When he came to the league, they said he was a shooter. He felt disrespected. He said shooters don't win games, but championship scorers do. So in his mind, he's a scorer. But he also told us one time before practice, Coach, with the coaching staff, I could have played in the NBA at 14 years of age. And he debated and argued with us about this because he said his intelligence was beyond anyone in the NBA of today. And then when he walked away, I was like, could he have? Maybe he could have. I don't know.
Let's look and see, Coach.
I don't know, but breaking down Devin Booker, one thing about him, he's great in vertical actions. If you stop it right here for me real quick, he understands in vertical actions off the bounce, P.J. Tucker cannot guard him with the foot speed. Only person that can is Drew Holiday, but Drew can't guard CP and Book at the same time, let it play. And he has his activation spots that he likes to get to. He understands everything, if you're moving forward, it's misdirection. I'm coming right to go left. And like Drew Holiday, he is phenomenal with his left, and he will dunk you with his left, and he takes a lot of pride in that. Coming down again, Drew Holiday picks him a little full, stop it right there. Anytime you get a man on defense, half a man removed or your shoulder into his chest with vertical action and the defender turns to the side, you have the advantage in verticality. Let it play. Sometimes you don't need a play. Just run them into your guys, get there, stop it, shot fake, go up with the left, kiss off the glass. It doesn't matter. We call that drill work because when you practice with players and drill them, coach, you foul them the entire time. This is a great defensive teaching point right here. Stop it right there. Drew Holiday, young guards, when you're in the corner and you're about to come off a pin down on the weak side or a stagger, you have to engage and embrace Coach Mitch. You have to get into him, get your shoulders lower than his shoulders and your forearm in his hip.
He's not riding him over that screen.
He's not close enough, so let it play. And because he's not close enough, stop it right there. You never go one man removed from one of the greatest scorers off the bounce, 25 and under. And you never go one man removed off a shooter, Coach, because shooters will read this.
Removed.
It's about to be 2, and 2 is trouble. Let it play. 2 far away. This is what you call drill work. Get to your spot. You're in rhythm. 1 bounce. Shot up. Oh, that should have been an and one, but we're going to take that. Drew Holiday, my UCLA brother, I got to talk to you later. Let it play again. This is called snake. Stop it right there. P.J. Tucker understands one thing. If I give Book too much space, he is too fast, too quick, too skilled, and he's stronger than you think. But if I can get into him and make him play side to side horizontally, I got a chance to take away angles. Book said, I've seen this before, let it play. I've seen this in practice. I'm going to stay moving, stay with momentum. We talk about pace, space. Momentum is key, then I'm going to snake it. When I snake it, I'm going to get to these spots that I drill every day in the numerous uncounter ways, counter after counter. No one's going to stop me. Let it play again. Coming up, Book is looking. You got P.J. Tucker trying to see who's coming. He just attacks. And, Coach, stop it right here. I played with a guy by the name of Gary Payton. My rookie year was my vet. Nate McMillan was my head coach. GP played with patience. He played with purpose. So when I got a chance to get with Booker, I said, we don't just react, we read. And when we read, we put small guys who we feel like can't guard us, we put them in the blender, Coach. We call that down here on this mid post. Take your time, let it play. He's going to take his time. He's going to survey. He's reading. That first dribble is to read. The second dribble is to attack. Get to a spot, pivot work, footwork, reverse pivot, shot fake, pivot again. I was fortunate to play with a guy by the name of Chris Johnson, who learned from another guy by his dad, Marcus Johnson, who also knew another guy by the name of Kiki Vanderway. And when I saw Kiki Vanderway would ride his 10 speed to play pickup at UCLA, he would do all his pivot drill work. And I was like, we're just studying him. I would watch him, and I would watch. He would teach Chris Johnson, who played at UCLA, was a great scorer for us. So I always said, if I could copy that or emulate that or give that to someone one day when I coached, who is phenomenal and skilled, it's no telling what could happen. And then we started to break down film of a guy who had great footwork, Stephanie, by the name of Kobe Bryant. And Booker fell in love with him.
You see I'm getting chills over here because I watched that man score 81 against the team that I coached one
It was
night.
Kobe's last year playing, and I told Book, embrace all of this.
Yep.
Because one day visualize yourself being Kobe Bryant leaving the league as well. You want the same celebration. You want the same championships. You want the same accolades. You want the same pressure. And he took it all in, Coach.
Yeah, when you talk about it, man, look, Stephanie, you know this. We hear this talk all the time about Booker. Who do you think he reminds you of, Steph, when you watch him?
Kobe, what we were just talking about.
That guy, Kobe Bryant. And look at this tape right here. Look at these shots. Doesn't it remind you of Devin Booker right here? Look how Kobe Bryant gets to his spots. Now look at Morris Peace and crowding him right here. And Coach Earl talked about it. He got to his spot on the pull-up. 1, 2, bang. He's up. Look at him, triple threat, the pump fake. That's the one right there was making my hair start to fall out. And this one right here, this kind of guy. Look at that. That's right there is a coach killer right there. When a guy takes pump fakes like that and still have the balance and the strength, look at that. Again, the only good thing about that clip that I'm looking at, when you see the back of my head right there, look at, I had a head full of hair back there. Look at that. And now, look, I would show you right now, but I don't want the magic of TV to kind of skew his head. But I hear all these people trying to downplay. But what's wrong with Devin Booker want to be like one of the greatest players to ever play? And Kobe Bryant. And oh, by the way, he just didn't score. He was also a first-team All-Defender.
True. I mean, you can look at right here. You can compare what we just saw from Kobe Bryant to what we've seen from Devin Booker in this series.
Stephanie, right here for me, everyone say, oh, it was only one Kobe. And you're right, it's only one Kobe. But to Coach Mitchell's credit, why not try to emulate the best and be as close as possible? And they go, is it the skill work? It's not the skill work, Coach. He has the mentality. He doesn't care about being coached hard. He doesn't care about being criticized. And he's addicted to the game. He's constantly thinking about the game, always in the gym. He's always pushing for it. And he's going to find whatever it takes to overcome any mental challenge which prevails physically with his skill.